thank goodness. Those girls are pale as ghosts, but at least they're alive. But that Death Knight person feels so familiar.
You found Flame? Oh, thank goodness.
She was unconscious at the end of that secret passage. We found the culprit too, but he got away.
As Dimitri? It's a little bit of a coincidence that Flame Emperor shows up, but Dimitri's not there. A little bit of a coincidence. We almost had him.
I'm just grateful that everyone is safe. That's what matters most. I'd like to hear what transpired, but first, we need to get these ladies to the infirmary.
You were all aboard the suicide attempt train until you saw you doing 1 damage? Well, I think I had one character that would have really brought the pain. It's just, I don't know how I was going to bring the rest of the pain. That's all.
Understood. We'll go at once.
I'm sorry, Professor. I'm so relieved I suddenly felt weak. I couldn't be happier with how things turned out. And I imagine no one will be more overjoyed than Seteth. Hey, Professor. Can you make that expression one more time?
You enjoy your night, Heels. Thanks for stopping by. Oh my gosh, it's 10:30? Oh my gosh.
I don't think I've ever seen your face like that. I apologize. I've forgotten myself and come dangerously close to teasing you. It's just, I've never seen you look so happy before. It's downright mesmerizing. But this isn't a time for idle chit-chat. We must hurry and share the good news with Seteth.
Professor, please allow me to express my eternal gratitude once more. Flame is safe and sound, and I have you to thank for that. Mere words could never express how thankful I am. I am indebted to you.
Couldn't have done it without the students.
Yes, of course. I shall express my gratitude to the students as well.
But why was Flame taken to begin with?
Her kidnapper was the masked knight who vanished during the Rite of Rebirth, the one known as the Death Knight. Considering the circumstances, it seems plausible to assume that his true identity is Yaritza. And we cannot forget about the mysterious Flame Emperor. His true motives are yet unclear. However, I have an idea. I believe the enemy may have been after Flame's blood. The blood that flows through her veins is special. It is extremely rare, and extremely dangerous. If enemies who know the secrets of Flame's blood have appeared, our only option is to leave the monastery and go into hiding.
Brother, wait.
Flame, what are you doing here? You should be resting.
I do not like the path of your thoughts. I do not wish to live in some lonely, remote location where I never get to see anyone. Not ever again.
If we stay here, you may be targeted again. Wouldn't it be better for the two of us to live in peace?
Even if we ran off to some new, secret location, there is no guarantee that they would not find us. That is why I believe it would be safest to stay in the monastery, where we are surrounded by capable knights and professors.
I see your point. I do. However...
You know it is the only reasonable option. What if I were to join the professor's class?
Why would you do that?
Because, with a professor like you nearby, I shall be safe no matter what foe should appear.
I see. I am afraid you have a good point. Professor, due to my position, I have closely scrutinized everything about you. After all that has happened, I must admit that you are indeed a trusted ally. So what say you? Can I entrust you with Flame's safety?
I ain't no babysitter, dog. This is probably gonna give him some happiness. I guess I have no choice. I have no choice to say anything other than it would be my pleasure.
I am so glad that Flame is safe. Yet I can't help but wonder what the story is about that other girl. She wore the uniform of the academy, but who is she?
Well done, Professor. I see that I was right to ask your class for assistance. I have been told that Manuela and Flame are recovering nicely, as is Monica.
Is Monica a student here?
Monica, the girl you rescued along with Flame, is also a student of the Officers' Academy. However...
She is a student from last year's class. She went missing just before she would have graduated. It never occurred to us that something might have happened to her at the monastery. We assumed she had run away. I never dreamed that we would find her. Not like this.
Monica has asked to rejoin the Black Eagle House once she has fully recovered. Our enemies are still out there, so we must remain cautious and continue our investigation. However, we must also help the students to move on from this incident.
After all, the Battle of the Eagle and Lion will be held in Gronder Field next month.
Yes, the students will remember it for the rest of their lives. Please guide them so that they may show us their best at the coming battle.
So, you'll be going to Gronder Field next month. You've never been there before, have you? There is unease in the western side of the Empire, but everything east of the capital, Enbar, is stable. Well, there was a noble rebellion a short while ago, but it didn't amount to much.
Will you come to the Battle of the Eagle and Lion?
Sorry, but I've got my own mission, and it's far from Gronder Field. The Church has always been quick to make use of those who work for them. What I'm more concerned about is finding out who among us is pulling the strings. Ever since the Rite of Rebirth, strange groups have been seen around Garreg Mach and elsewhere too. There was also an incident where some knights investigating these suspicious strangers turned up dead. Not that it's likely, but if something like that ever happens to me, search this room, every corner, behind every shelf. I'm going to leave something for you.
I promise.
Don't just nod solemnly. There's nothing to worry about. I'm just being cautious. Then again, I guess you're always solemn. Part 1. White Clouds. Wyvern Moon. Field of the Eagle and Lion. From on high, flocks of wyverns roar in chorus and soar the pristine skies, heading south for the winter. Fodlan's children lend their hands to winter preparations by gathering firewood and catching fish from the river's cool waters. Yet all the while, their gazes are turned skyward, drawn to the magnificent sight above.
Should be checking for more steals. I haven't been doing that. That's it. Oh, Caspar. Casper. I guess I can call him Casper.
Hey, Professor, what's going on?
There's a suspicious man.
A suspicious man? Where? Oh, is that him? What do you think he's up to? Never mind that. Let's get him.
Suspicion isn't enough to go on.
Why not? We can figure out what he's up to after we capture him. My instincts tell me that he's up to no good, and my instincts are never wrong. Come on, let's get him before he has a chance to strike.
That path he's walking leads to.
Huh? Huh! It leads to the plaza where the kids play. There's no way I'm letting this guy get anywhere near those kids.
Caspar, why did you disobey your professor?
Well,
I am not seeking excuses from you. I asked because I want you to consider your actions and apologize for them. It just so happens that you were correct in your assumption that this man was a villain. If that were not so, he would not have chosen to take his own life upon seeing you advancing toward him.
Great. So I was...
But, because of your actions, that is all we know. There is no way for us to know who he was, what he was planning to do, or if he has allies lurking about. The only lead we have is a scorpion tattooed on his arm. If this indicates that he was a member of an underground organization, we have no way of dealing with it. Are you prepared to be held responsible if his group commits a serious crime?
I'm not his professor. It was my fault for failing to stop him.
Oh, I couldn't possibly.
What are you talking about, Professor? We didn't do anything wrong. Those kids might have been in danger if we didn't act. I couldn't just stand by and let that happen.
Okay.
The battle of the Eagle and Lion is finally upon us. This is our chance to show off the results of your expert training, Professor.
It didn't slip my mind. Only been 5 minutes. Battle of the Eagle and Lion?
Have Lady Rhea and Seteth really not filled you in? Well, if that's the case, I'm happy to explain. The Battle of the Eagle and Lion takes place every year during the Wyvern Moon. It can be best described as a mock battle between the three houses.
Much like the one we had during the Great Tree Moon. Do you remember, Professor?
Yeah, I remember. It was a battle with 2 houses up against 1 house. And I was that 1 house. It was some bullcrap.
This battle will take place in Empire territory, at Gronder Field. In other words, far removed from the monastery. It's a mock battle between the 3 houses. The house that defeats the most opponents wins.
Your Highness, if the rumors are true, I believe Professor Manuela and Professor Hanneman will not be joining us.
Ah, yes, right you are. Given recent events, Professor Manuela has opted to sit this one out. Since she won't be present, Professor Hanneman has decided to skip this year as well.
What should I do?
Oh, don't worry about us. You know you want to see the kids in action.
Professor Manuela! Are you feeling better already?
Thanks to all of you. But I'd only be a burden out there. My students don't need to see me collapsed. Well, not on the battlefield anyway.
In that case, perhaps it is best that you sit this one out.
Correct. We will not be participating. Regardless, do not expect victory to come easily, or at all.
Well put. We've spent the past few months pushing our students to their limits. You can see me in the infirmary after they destroy you.
If I'm the only professor present...
We have taught our students well. There is no need to hold back. Challenge them with everything you have.
I was thinking like, you know, some other thing, I guess. Alright, definitely exploring today. We can do the battle next week. Ooh, another sword tournament's going on. The Flane. What are you, Flane? You are a priest. Adjacent allies take 3 less damage during combat. That is fascinating. And she wants reason. That's something I can work with. What's her crest? Might when using recovery magic. Not very interesting. Oh yeah, she's already advanced. Interesting. Oh, I believe you have mastered this. Yep. Oh, let's make you. I'd like to make him a soldier. Give him make him a little bit more tanky, but I guess we're gonna make you a fighter. Unless we can skip that and go straight to brigand. Sure. Little kid's gonna be the next Genghis Khan.
I passed.
Hey, how are you doing? Oh, we need them to be level 20. So we got a little ways to go before advanced starts cropping up on us. We can actually sell. I don't see any shenanigans on other people. What kind of supports are we dealing with?
Are you injured?
To do. Saving the day again?
Apologies.
I'm the one who owes you an apology. You've saved my life how many times now? If I keep being so callous, I'll seem ungrateful.
No matter.
But
I'm accustomed to it.
I'm sorry to do.
Why?
Because the way I speak to you is unnecessarily harsh. The truth of it is, I lost someone very dear to me in Dusker. The punishment came swift to your people, and when I heard of the slaughters, well, I thought it was a punishment well earned. I thought the people cruel and heartless, deserving of the tragedy that ultimately befell them. But you're different. You seem nothing like the people of whom I speak. So why not speak back against how I and so many others feel? Why not question this unfair prejudice and tell me I haven't the right to hold a grudge against you? If you just speak to me, if you tell me the truth about all of this.
I do not know the truth of it myself. His Highness says the tragedy was not the fault of my people. But just like anywhere, there were many different people in Duscur. Some very good, and others very bad. It is not unimaginable that some may have conspired to take part in that wickedness. Perhaps we are merely victims. Or perhaps we are regicidal monsters.
Whatever the truth of it is, you are not to blame. The people I hate are the ones who are responsible for that whole mess. You just got caught up in all of it.
Ingrid.
You've rushed to my side. You've saved me countless times. I am sorry for how I've treated you. Truly.
If you think of me as your ally, that will suffice. For me, that is enough.
Do you know this legend, Ingrid? It's about the Battle of Fodlan's Throat.
Oh yes! I know it like the hilt of my sword.
With so many valiant knights appearing in this story, I couldn't help but wonder which was your favorite. I really like this one, the one in the middle, the knight who stands in defense of the Duke.
Such a wonderful knight. One of my favorites as well.
That makes sense. He's so noble and virtuous. In fact, he kind of reminds me of you.
Thank you. You remind me of him as well. You are honest, as is he.
No, I'm nowhere near as great. Maybe someday. Maybe if we work hard together, we can both become knights as glorious as the one in this story.
Together, yes. Now wouldn't that be something? If only we could.
Huh?
Ash, the legends are exactly that. Legends. They're not indicative of real life. The cards we are dealt are what they are. We can work with what we have, but we can't change what's in our hand.
What's that supposed to mean?
I long to serve His Highness as a knight. The sort of knight that legends are written about. But I was born bearing a crest, and with that comes responsibility. Whether I like it or not, I am the last hope of House Galatea. I am the only one who can carry on the family bloodline and restore our lost fortune. To do that means setting aside my own dreams and ambitions.
You still have the right to pursue your dreams.
Ash, I must ask something of you.
Yes, of course. Anything.
My dream is aligned with your own. Please, for both of us, promise to see yours through.
That doesn't seem fair.
I'll never be able to see my dream through. Doing so would mean terrible misfortune for others. So, I am bound by honor not to follow through on my own dream. But I can help you achieve yours.
Come on, this isn't like you at all. Please, don't smile when your eyes are so sad.
Interesting. Oh, there are S tiers. Interesting. Oh, my character an S tier with quite a few people. Linhardt is one of them, interestingly enough. I just randomly chose that guy because of whatever. That might work out in my favor. Shamir. I want to get Shamir on my squad. She seems pretty cool. Dimitri, do you have any S tiers? Oh. It will take some time before you can deepen this bond. You don't have any S tiers. You don't have any tiers. Is it only the main character that can S tier? With other people, that is. That's what it's looking like. Interesting. Alrighty. Well, I am going to end it here for today. You know, looking at the clock is always a dangerous thing because then you realize that it's a 10:50 when you think it's like, oh, it's like 9 o'clock. You know, I got plenty of time to just goof around. Ain't got no time for none of that. I have no idea if I want to stream tomorrow or not. I don't know. Oh, how far? 22 hours, basically 23 hours into the game. So we got a long way to go. I'm hesitant to say this, but I think I'm going to go with the route of, if I am going to stream tomorrow, it's going to be at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. And if I don't stream then I won't stream then. Same thing for Sunday. If I'm going to stream, it's going to be then. If you don't see me streaming by then it looks like I'm not going to be streaming that day. At the very least, I'll be back Monday, 9:30 a.m. Pacific to continue. We'll see how I'm feeling in the morning, you know. Might just gotta pour in a ton of time into this game, you know. It was like 80 hours for one path, you know. It's gonna take forever. Plus the way I'm cutting up all these videos, you know, separating the battles from the story stuff, it's crazy. Anyways, thanks for watching, appreciate it. See you the next time I see you. Peace.